Yo, what is up there, guys? The Wiz back at it again with another video right here, right now. So let's get right to it. Alright, today we are going to be tackling a topic that I'm pretty sure many of you are familiar with, and that is the possibility of Moonstone Varian. But, Ed the Wiz, isn't that whole idea kinda dead now since, you know, Cassandra is clearly the Moonstone user? True, but if there's anything I've learned from my many years of cartoons and anime, it's that they could still surprise you, and looking at some facts, I do believe that it could possibly happen. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm some kind of Varian fanboy, although I'm pretty sure that's basically 90% of the fandom, I believe. So, let's begin and go back to the beginning with fact number 1. In the episode known as the Great Tree, we see King Edmund attempting to grab the Moonstone and put an end to it. At the same time, though, we had Kieran, Varian's father, and of course a member of the Brotherhood, was in that room as well, attempting to stop the king, but ultimately failed, leading Edmund to touch the Moonstone, and that caused a bit of a pulse burst from the Moonstone itself. And that burst did in fact hit Kieran. What if perhaps a bit of the Moonstone was absorbed into him, and eventually the essence of the Moonstone was passed down to Varian? Now, one of the most notable traits of Varian is his single teal color hairline. Rapunzel's hair is full blonde because of course the mom drank the Sundrop's power, but in Varian's case, Kieran just got a little bit small sample from the blast that came from the Moonstone, which could explain why Varian has only that one strand of teal hair. However, this is where things get a little tricky. There are two possibilities. Number 1, we know that Varian experiments a lot of the times, and things usually tend to go wrong or blow up in his face. Maybe the teal line in his hair is just from a failed experiment, or number 2, once again, Varian was born with the teal line from the blast that Kieran received from the Moonstone. There is a family picture with Varian as a baby. You can see here now, at first glance it looks like it's just straight up black, but if you look at this little part right over here and you kind of mess with the lighting here and there, you could argue that there is some color to it. Now, it's really honestly hard to tell, but we did have that time travel episode where we saw Varian as a kid, and he did have that blue hairline ever since then as well. However, we also saw that Varian was still rocking that whole scientific outfit on, so once again, it could have either been from birth or it could have been from a failed experiment that he received a long time ago. Now, one thing that makes me think that it might be from birth is that, remember that whole note that Varian's father wrote but unfortunately got destroyed as he was being freed from that crystal prison? Varian asked his father what it said, and all Varian's father said was that it basically stated that, "I'm proud of you, son." Yeah, I don't really buy that, honestly, because if you took a look at that note, there was a lot of stuff that he wrote down. There was a pretty big note to just say that one thing over here, so I can't help but feel as though there might be a lot more to it than just, you know, "I'm proud of you, son." And Varian's father, you know, probably knows a lot more than what he leads on, so there's that. Now, another reason for people to believe that Varian might have, like, you know, the Moonstone's essence is, of course, when Rapunzel sang the Dark Incantation song to free Varian's father, two things happened. One, only Varian's gloves got burned off and not his hands, unlike Cassandra. But I personally believe it's simply because Varian had stronger gloves. The man is an alchemist, so you need to have the right gear for the job. You don't want anything bad to happen to your hands. Your hands are an instrumental tool, my friends. Now, number 2, Varian wasn't dying when Rapunzel sang the incantation. Now, it could simply be because Rapunzel is getting better control of it. If you look back, the first time Rapunzel did the incantation, everyone around her was suffocating, but the second time she did it, only the things around her, the cave that they were in, started to crumble. Now, the third time, of course, was when Rapunzel was trying to free Varian's father, and the only thing that was really getting affected was the yellow stone that he was imprisoned in. So, you know, either Rapunzel is getting really good at this power, or the writers kind of forgot that it was killing everyone else in the beginning, but I don't think that's something that they would just simply forget like that. So, you know, either Rapunzel's got better control, or, you know, maybe Varian's Moonstone inside of him is preventing him from, you know, suffocating like they did in the past. But if Varian had a bit of the Moonstone inside him, wouldn't the little ghost girl with Cassandra notice it? Maybe not, because it's just a small sample. Now, there was also that one time where, you know, Rapunzel had nightmares and it involved Varian with the black rocks, you know, which is obviously a part of the Moonstone over here. But once again, that could have just been a simple nightmare because, you know, things were getting pretty out of hand during that time. Anyway, though, I always found the whole Varian Moonstone thing fascinating, and with the more we see with the episodes, the more I'm thinking that, hey, maybe it's a possibility of something that could happen. If it does happen, I'm not really going to complain, but it's really funny how everyone can theorize this just because of that one strand of hair color that Varian has. So guys, that is basically it for this video. At the end of the day, that teal hair could simply just be a design choice for all we know and nothing else. But once again, perhaps Varian does have a tiny bit of the Moonstone inside of him. So guys, leave all your comments in the comments section below, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, as that really helps me out. If you aren't already, you can follow me on Twitter, same thing as my YouTube channel, which is Ed the Wiz, also on Instagram, which is MadSwag12345, where I post all the good stuff. So until next time, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say bye, pal. We'll see you soon.